Similar to types, groups and systems are a way to organize the information inside the file into meaningful chunks. So to make new ones, we have to navigate to the first icon, the first button on the lower left, Assignments, and that's going to create relationships in between the different elements to given groups that can be created manually. So for that, we can create both groups of elements. These are groups of any kind of elements, zones, which are specific groups for spaces, and building systems. Building systems, as the name suggested, will be the different integral systems that the building may have that you have modeled separately that may belong to a single system. So let's do one of the zones and one of the building systems. So to do that, let's start by going back to our model. And by using a manual selection or simply doing a find and select, and let's select, let's say in this case, manually all these curtain walls on this side of the building. And now let's go back to our IFC project manager, select the IFC building systems, and now click on new. And let's start by giving it a name. So you're going to give it the name to the relationship. So this initial top level, new building system, that's where you want to change it to, let's say, stone tile cladding. Let's say we call it 1 in case we need to call the other side cladding 2. So we're going to leave it like that for now. That's going to be just the name of it. And then what you want to do is to include all of these cladding elements we have there, which can then be selected from the list simply by using this option right here. So that's going to show the model selection in the list. So once they are selected down the list in here, you can just scroll down. You're going to see them pre-selected. You can select any of them. Just make sure you select them by the icon and simply drag them into the folder. So it's an operation of drag and drop into this folder right here. Okay, so once you do that, you will be able to see the elements belonging to that new relation folder with the name stone tile cladding. So that's the way you will build a building system. You just can give it whatever name you seem fit. Now let's create another relationship, and this time will be a zone composed of multiple different spaces. So similar to what we have done, you just need to click on it. You can create one before we select the elements. And then you give it a new name, again, to the top level. And let's say we're going to add a zone for all those spaces in the ground level. So I'm going to call it ground area. And let's leave it like so. Then go back to your model there on the back. And notice that this view does have the spaces visible. And that's why I want to use that specific view. Now, this time, let's not select it manually. Let's use find and select. And let's choose only the zones. And let's add the home story that belongs to the ground floor. Click on plus, and you should have 6 selected. They'll be visible down there. Now let's update the IFC project manager, and let's select the spaces from the list. And similarly to what we did before, let's drag them by the icon into the folder. And now they should be right there. Now that specific group will have then the name of ground area.